Let us discuss evaluation of double integrals. Case 1 deals with the situation wherein we have y1 and y2 are constant limits for the variable y and x1 and x2 are variable limits for the variable x. That is, we have y equals y1 and y equals y2 represented using straight lines are constant limits or constant values, and x1 equals phi1 of y and x2 equals phi2 of y are curves or which are not constants. We have ABCD is the region wherein we have to perform integration, and clearly it's a bounded region. In order to perform integration, we will check for the variable which has non-constant limits. Here we have x1 and x2 are curves which are functions of y, and hence here x is the variable which has non-constant limit. Whenever we have x has non-constant limit, we will consider a horizontal strip. Let us call PQ as the required horizontal strip whose width is delta y. First of all, we will perform integration along this horizontal strip PQ, keeping y as a constant. That is, we will perform integration from x1 equals phi1 of y to x2 equals phi2 of y. Here integration is performed along the x direction, keeping y as a constant. After this integration, we will get resultant expression as a function of y. Since the limits of y are already constant, y1 and y2, once we perform the outer integration with respect to y, we will get a constant answer. Notice that the inner integration, which is represented using this green rectangle, is integration along the horizontal strip PQ, and the outer rectangle represents integration with respect to y, which geometrically means that we are sliding this horizontal strip PQ from AC to BD. AC represents the lower limit y equals y1, which is a constant value, and BD represents the upper constant limit of y. After this inner integration, we will get the answer in terms of y, and when we perform integration with respect to y, after which we will give these constant limits, we will get a constant value as the answer, which will be the required result. Now let us discuss case 2. Here we have x1 and x2 are straight lines which represents constant limits, and y1 and y2 are curves which are non-constant limits, that is, y1 and y2 are functions on x. Whenever we have y is the variable having non-constant limit, we will consider a vertical strip. Here the strip PQ has a width delta x. In order to find out double integral over R f of xy dx dy, where R is the region ABCD, which is clearly a bounded region, first of all we will have to perform integration along this vertical strip PQ. We have integral y1 equals phi1 of x to y2 equals phi2 of x, f of xy dy represents integration along the vertical strip PQ. When we do integration along vertical strip, we keep x as a constant. After this inner integration, we will get the resultant answer in terms of x. First, we perform the integration along the vertical strip. In the outer integration, we are sliding this vertical strip from AC to BD, where AC and BD represents constant limits of x. Once this vertical strip PQ slides across AC to BD, the entire region R equals ABCD is covered. Notice that after this integration, when you get the resultant answer in terms of x, when you perform the outer integration, since x1 and x2 are constant limits, the final answer will again be a constant value. In case 1 and case 2, the most important thing to be noted is that inner integration is performed with respect to variable having non-constant limits, and the outer integration is performed with respect to variable having constant limits. Let us discuss case 3, which deals with the situation wherein we have a rectangular region R equals ABCD, that is, both limits of x and y are constant values. From the diagram, it's clear that x equals x1 and x equals x2 are straight lines, and y equals y1 and y equals y2 are also straight lines. Whenever you have both variables have constant limits, the order of integration doesn't matter. Whether you perform integration with respect to x first and then perform the integration with respect to y, or you perform integration with respect to y first and then you perform integration with respect to x, both answers will coincide. If you perform integration with respect to x first, then you are considering integration along the horizontal strip PQ and then sliding PQ across the region AB to CD. If you are proceeding in this way, that is performing integration with respect to y first, then you are performing integration along the vertical strip P dash Q dash, and then this vertical strip is allowed to slide from AC to BD, thereby covering the entire rectangular region ABCD. In both ways, you will arrive at the common answer. This happens because variables are having constant limits. When you consider the case of triple integration, that is integration to be carried out in a finite region V which lies in three-dimensional space, wherein f of xyz is a continuous function which is defined at every point inside the region capital V. When we perform triple integration, if all the three variables x, y, z have constant limits, then the order of integration doesn't matter as in the previous case, but when x, y, z all the three do not have constant limits. Suppose you have x and y do not have constant limit and z only has constant limit, then we have the variable whose limit involves two variables will be done at first. That means this integration whose upper and lower limit involves two other variables will be considered as the innermost integration. Here in this innermost integration we will be treating y and z as constants. The resultant of this integration will be a function in terms of y and z. Next we perform integration with respect to the variable whose upper and lower limit involves single variable. Suppose we have y1 and y2 are the limits of y which are functions on z, then we have to perform integration with respect to y next, following the integration with respect to x which was considered as the innermost integration. After integration with respect to y, we will get resultant answer in terms of z. Notice that when you perform integration with respect to y, here we will be treating z as a constant. After integration with respect to y, when you get a function in terms of z as the resultant answer, finally we will perform the integration with respect to z whose limits are already constants, z equals z1 and z equals z2, considered as constant values. The key point is that whichever variable has limits which is defined as function on other two variables will have to be performed first. Suppose you had y defined as a function on x and z, and the variable x has limits which are functions on z, then you should have performed integration with respect to y first and x next. Suppose you have z has limits which are functions on x and y has limit which is a function on z, and x has constant limits, then you will have to perform integration with respect to z first, after that y, and finally integration with respect to x will be carried out because x is assumed to have constant limits. From the examples, it's clear that whichever variable has constant limits, integration with respect to that variable with constant limits will be performed last, and integration with respect to variable having non-constant limits involving two variables will be performed first.